dust out your cartridges, get your Rubik's Cube, and put the shades of nostalgia. Welcome to OASIS. Welcome to OASIS. OASIS is this virtual world where you can enter with your goggles, just like the Oculus Rift nowadays. But after the main creator of the OASIS, Mr. Halliday, dies and sent to every player a message, they have to find, the big quest, because we're in a video game, the big quest is find 3 keys, then you can unlock my secret Easter egg. And the one player who finds every 3 keys and unlocks the Easter eggs will now have control of the OASIS and also get my fortune that I left. Basically, that's all you have to know, because story is irrelevant here. you just go to see the action and all that pop culture avalanche that you've been dazzled all the 2 hours. And I hear criticism that the most of the time 70 or 80% of the movie is in the OASIS, is in this CGI effect, and then we have less of real-time scenes with real humans, and I'm fine with it. Why? If I go to a movie that is basically a virtual video game movie, and it's obviously the better adaptation of a video game, so I just want to go to the video game. And of course video games are CGI, so fuck it. I don't want real life. Real life sucks, as Halliday say. The only thing that real life is better is it has some proper food. This movie is a blast. I just love it. It's that kind of movie. Then from the opening screen to the end credits, you just have a smile, and after the credits, it hurts because your upper lips are always beautiful. And all the time when you watch the movies, your expressions will be oh, ooh, get it? There is one scene that we all saw in the teaser trailer where this dude rides on a magical mech scorpion and kills people. That scene didn't make it in the final cut. So maybe we get a director's cut in the Blu-ray. And I of course have to buy the Blu-ray because the climax of the movie is just my eyes hurt. Most of the time in the movie I just focused on the edges of the screen and I didn't really had focused on the middle where the protagonists are. No, I just looked for every Easter egg that I can see. So it's impossible to count them all in this video. But I would say my 3 favorite Easter eggs in the whole movie was, the first one was, I didn't expect with that, was the holy hand grenade from Monty Python's Holy Grail. That was amazing, and then they used it also, but the rabbit was missed. Missed opportunity. The second Easter egg, that's a whole Easter egg packets, are the cars, the vehicles that were used in the movie, and you also saw it in the trailer. And it's also in the first action scene with the big race, and we see cars from Speed Racer, from the DeLorean, of course, from Back to the Future, the A-Team bus, the Plymouth Fury from Christine. And we also see the Trans Am from Burt Reynolds using in the Smokey and the Bandit movies. I just missed Kit and Ecto 1. Oh, and of course the Akira bike was awesome to see. Speaking of the race, there was also a cool Easter egg, except King Kong and the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, who had the same audio sound from the Jurassic Park movie, and also the scream of King Kong. It was more of the King Kong version of Jeff Bridges, not from Peter Jackson or the 30s gorilla version. So a lot of monkeys. One of the Easter eggs where they're riding and take a shortcut. There's a cinema who's screening Jack Slater 3 with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was awesome. My favorite from all the Easter eggs was when Parzival is in the room to prepare for his dance and trying to find his fitting suit or fitting clothing for the evening. And he's looking in the mirror. There's one poster up in the left, so it's really the half version of the poster. So you have to look very, very lefty up, and there's a poster of the Back of the Future, the Hill Valley mayor voting poster. The cleaning guy from the diner in the 50s would then become mayor in the 80s. That was his campaign poster, and that was very cool. Mayor, Hill Valley. I get it. And I really have to say, I was the only one when it comes to movie reference, because most of the times when it comes to video game or music, I hear some hee-hees from other around me. But when it comes to movies, most of the time you just hear me reacting. And then silence. Nobody reacts to John Hughes references. Nobody reacts to Rosebud. Nobody reacts to Stephen King's or that with Back to the Future. Man, Germans are stupid. I don't know if this movie is really for not nerds, because this is as I say, if you are familiar or love all these pop culture references from music, video games, television, movies, science fiction books, and toys, of course, toys, then you will have a blast. But there was a girl next to me. She was silent as a tomb. I don't hear nothing from her, not even a laugh, not even a wimp, not even a scratch, not even an itch, not even a fart, nothing. She was just like there, dead. And Mr. Halliday also reminds me of Willy Wonka, because in the Willy Wonka movie, this is the golden ticket where the winner gets, and here are the 3 keys. Another cool movie reference was when in the climax, Mr. Parzival has a speech of honor and courage so every other avatar follows him to conquer the last base in the planet Doom. He just lifts up a ghetto blaster just as John Cusack did and say anything. And I get that reference also. Woo! The soundtrack, amazing. From Van Halen, from Bruce Springsteen, from Joan Jett, from Twisted Sister. Also, there are some parts of Alan Silvestri's score that's you hear in the Back to the Future moment. These are amazing. And speaking of Back to the Future, the DeLorean action scenes are so satisfying, beautiful, and I was just amazed by this movie. And also, there's one quick shot when you see finally the DeLorean from the driver's seat inside, and you can read the last date, 8085 to 9085. That was cool. Before the DeLorean was smashed by the train. The other thing that Mark Rylance really reminds me, how he played, how his body language was, how the way he speaked, and the way his hair was. It reminds me a lot of Garth from Wayne's World. And the very first frame where he is with Simon Pegg talking about what achievement should the player get, or how should we reward them with silver, bronze, or gold trophies, like that. I forgot to talk about the evil, the nemesis, the Diablo. Yeah, the bad guy. Sorrento, played by Ben Mendelsohn. He's really not an evil person. He's just a... how do I say it? A greedy asshole who just wants the money from the players. Because after Percival finds the first key, and that reminds me of today's game developers, he says, how is it possible? He found the key that never happened before. So next time we make an event, but we charge them with more money. So if you want to have more power-ups or more ammo, you have to pay more. You get it? DLCs or pay-to-win situation. So it's really not bad. He just wants your money. His avatar really reminds me of the Saints Row 4 main character. And the only today's video games that was mentioned in the movie was Borderlands, Minecraft, Overwatch, Halo. Yeah, these 4. So no Diablo, no, I don't know, no GTA, I guess GTA, no Uncharted, or no Simon Belmont, or maybe Simon Belmont was there and I didn't saw that, because the climax is epic shit. So I have to buy the Blu-ray and frame for frame. There's Luke, there is Shang-Chi, there is Robocop, there's Duke Nukem, there's Chucky, there's Freddy Krueger, there's... In the end, Ready Player One is a brilliant movie, totally blast for every nerd outside. Steven Spielberg make a great movie, and you have again this I'm a little child and seeing Steven Spielberg movie and have this magic and this, yeah, he ignite the fire of youth again. So, and when you see Back to the Future or Goonies or Munich. Speaking of Munich, that was my last Steven Spielberg movie I saw at the cinemas. I recommend it to all the nerds outside. Go watch it, and all the video game lovers or the movie lovers, especially movie lovers from the 80s. For not nerds or for regular people who has a social life and friends, I don't know if they get the movie, but they will be entertained by the action that happens. That was my review to Ready Player One. And foreshadowing the sequel, I have already a title for you. Player 2, press start. Or Player 2, join. Something like that. Okay, thank you all for watching. So long, and goodbye.